Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty with your April 2018 Victoria real estate update. So April was another interesting month in my opinion. So I'll start off with the sales. Sales were down 13% year over year. But in March, sales were down 26% year over year. The reason I find this interesting is a lot of experts speculated that the first 3 months of the year would be busier and then things would slow down because the effects of the stress test would kick in. The reason the first 3 months would be okay, the speculation was people had holds in place as of January 1st when the stress test kicked in based on qualification criteria prior to the stress test being introduced. So by the end of March, all of those people, their pre-approvals would have expired under the old regulation. So basically April was the first full month with the stress test in effect, and sales improved over March in terms of there was a less of a year-over-year decline. Like, weird if you ask me, but that's why I always preach look for good value within the market versus trying to time the market. The market's very difficult to predict. Prices, I mean, HPI index is showing a bit of an increase. I know the Times columnist ran a story saying real estate prices up. For all intensive purposes, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing on the ground, real estate prices at this point are flat. Inventory started to creep up, so inventory is over 2,000 at 2,002 listings. For the first time in a while, sales are slowing down. I think it's almost getting to the point where it's heading more towards a balanced market. I think a lot of people are tapped out, and I just don't see that much more upward pressure, if any, on prices. New listings, they were a bit higher than last year, but still very, very low compared to historical norms. And I think it's a backlog of sellers don't want to list because they don't know if they're going to be able to find something once they actually sell their property. And I have a lot of clients in this situation. I've already looked at their home. We've already come up with a market value for their home. They're ready to go, but they don't want to sell because they're looking at the inventory, which is still low, even though it's over 2,000. They can't find anything they would actually want to buy. So basically, my conclusion for April: sales solid, prices flat, inventory creeping up. The next few months, I'm really looking forward to it. It's the market hasn't been really predictable this year whatsoever. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras.